Hello, I think I'm live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the workshop episode the comedy workshop episode 352. I am Scott Porteous. I will be hosting tonight. Anybody who hasn't tuned in the workshop before, this is a platform for comics to basically get ideas, write. So I'll assign a topic to some comics, and they'll have about 5 to 7 days to write 3 to 5 minutes. And then after they do their sets, we'll give them feedback, suggestions, comments, really anything to add to help or improve the joke. And then after that, we go on rotation, and then we do the material we want to do, where we give them, feedback, suggestions, etc., to help the joke as well. This is also a open comedy forum, so sometimes, especially with me, you might hear something that could be edgy, controversial, taboo, maybe offensive. Just keep in mind we're comics. We're just trying to figure stuff out, and sometimes life isn't always clean, and sometimes we just have a certain sense of humor, and we're not trying to be malicious or assholes. We're just trying to be creative and find things that are funny. So please please do keep an open mind. And with that being said, let's go to the panel. I am also really red in the face because I am sunburned. Okay. So we got a small but mighty workshop crew. We got Melody and we got Ankita tonight. Before we start, I wanted to say one more thing I forgot to say before the when we went live. So when you're at 4 minutes, I'll do this. I don't know if you see this or not because you're on your phone and Melody. Okay, so basically, it doesn't mean anything. Just means it's a gauge to show you where you're at. So if you go over, totally fine. If you go 5, I'll do this, and then you go 6, I'll do this. Like, it's not like I'm trying to get the fuck off. It's more so this is how much you've done so far. This is where you're at. There's only 3 of us, so I'm not really concerned about time right now. And yeah, with that being said, I want to start the show with a really niche topic. Hang on, let me get this ready. I'm producing at the same time. It's harder than it looks, guys. Okay, so my topic that I assigned myself randomly, I might add, was Braveheart. So here we go. I want to start this, but here we go. So Mel Gibson played the role of William Wallace, a Scottish warrior who was determined to gain independence from the Brits. And it's interesting because originally his last words in the movie before his character died was freedom unless you're a Jew. But they decided to take that out because, people might be offended. And so but Braveheart was like it was a phenomenal movie, right? And even inspired the legendary George Michael to collaborate with Mel Gibson to create the song Freedom. That song was like freedom, 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 unless you're a Jew. He's so hateful, guys. He's so hateful. I don't know what his problem is. But I did enjoy the movie Braveheart, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to be friends with a Scot at the time, not for any colonization reasons or about hierarchy or anything like that. It's just the fact that they share their camaraderie by punching each other in the face. That's not the kind of reunion I like to have. I'll wear a kilt, but I'm not getting punched in the face or throwing any stones. I'll skip rocks on a pond if I'm lucky, right? I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not saying at the time the Brits were good either, because they weren't. But they didn't punch their own in the face. They only raped and pillaged the Scots, which is still bad, just less punch in the facey, is all I'm saying. One of the more famous scenes is when William Wallace is addressing an entire army without the use of a megaphone, which I want to call bullshit, by the way. I don't care if you're 7 feet tall, kill men by the hundreds, and are able to shoot fireballs from your eyes and lightning bolts from your ass. There is no way you'd be able to address thousands of soldiers by pacing around on a horse, yelling at the top of your lungs, okay? At best, maybe 100 would hear you. But at that point, it'd be like telephone. The editors would be like, did he just say they take our wives, but they'll never take our creamed corn? It's like, no, I think he said he'll take our knives, but not our Kleenex. No, I'm pretty sure he said. I'm pretty sure he said that he can take our kites, but never take our semen. Purple Monkey dishwasher. So, continuity is all I'm saying. Also, like legit. I feel there's a more defiant word to use as your last word before you get executed. Like freedom is a pretty defiant word for sure. But so is go fuck yourself and Brits are bitches. Like that would be just as defiant, right? Like I gotta give props. I gotta give props to William Wallace for being clean, even in execution. Like if he was a comedian, he would easily do corporate or televised executions, right? Well, Mel Gibson not so much. That is my say.
Oh, nice.
Oh, thank you. That was very tough. I appreciate. If anybody
That
has
was
any
very
feedback,
good.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It was hard to write jokes about Braveheart and not go through.
Well, you yourself gave yourself the challenge, so jokes on you.
I gotta set the pace. I gotta host. I gotta be like I can't say no. I don't want to do it like that. Then I'm not setting a good example. Is all I'm saying. But thank you. Any feedback from more so from you or Melody? There's no pressure at all. It's all good. It's a hard thing to feedback. It's a good movie.
No,
All
your
right.
set was really good, actually.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm
Yeah.
always open to listen how it could have improved, but I'll take compliments. Fuck, my self-esteem definitely needs it. So thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna move on. Hang on, take myself off the spotlight. This is gonna be the tricky part. We're going to try to take pictures while I'm doing this at the same time, which is harder than it looks. Because this microphone, no stand, just my hand because it's too big. It's fucking thick. Like the clip does not fit this damn thing. So I'm multitasking is what I'm trying to say. So Melody, who is on the road, she's touring right now. Actually, I might add, she is touring. She is such a committed comedian that she is touring and doing a show at the same time, which is impressive. Is she driving? I don't know, but let's say she is, just for the bragging rights. Okay. So your topic, I believe, was technology, right?
Yeah, it's technology. That's right.
Which is so impressive that you're using it right now. Whenever you're ready, let me know.
I wanted to be on the road at this time to make sure that I really committed to my material, so I had to use some sort of technology on it. So just to know how dedicated I am.
Well done.
Thank you. Okay. I actually didn't write too much. I did write maybe like 2 or 3 things, so just bear with me as I go through it because I didn't completely remember this was today. I always forget. And I don't have my little notepad where I write everything down on. So we're going to wing it, which is my favorite thing. But I do remember along the lines of people always talk about time travel as if us going back into time is the only way it works. I've only ever heard people talk about how, oh my gosh, I cannot wait, or I cannot even fathom the idea of taking back even this little cell phone I carry with me in my pocket and showing someone in like the pioneer times about how cool I have this little mini computer with me at all times is, but no one ever talks about being stuck in the past now. Because could you imagine the teenagers today being stuck back in pioneer times without any technology? They would freaking die. They would literally have a heart attack without any sort of way. And then to have to find a way around town without any real paved roads, no Google Maps, no music to listen to on the road, they would just be bored out of their minds. And not just that, using physical labor now because you don't have the tools you have nowadays. Because we also don't think about how tools are actually advanced technology, like a drill or an electric, mixer, like in the kitchen. Could you imagine churning butter back then? You could, like, these are things that, if I'm exhausted now just walking from my house to the car, could you imagine me trying to fucking churn butter? I just died. It's cool. Let me live my life. I had fun. The food wasn't worth it. But I do also think about how if we did ever get someone from the past into future, like current times, what that would be like for them to just, would they be lazy now? Would they just take complete advantage of everything that happens so quickly, how fast all this information can be at their feet, instead of waiting weeks at a time for a letter in the mail that says, I'm actually not sure what the answer is. Like, it's just so fast. And then one of my friends was actually talking about this. She was like, could you imagine going back in time and not having your vibrator anymore? It's all manual now. That's fucking hours of patience, just like fucking digging in there, you know? Like, it's such a different thing to think about because we take for granted a lot of technology. But I'm so glad I don't have to go manual anymore. But then I guess that's also why people had so many, like, they were such a rush into marriage because that shit's, damn, glad I have someone else to do that for me because I ain't about that life. Yeah, so that's all I can remember on my notes. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's great. Good job. Sorry, I wrote only a few things because like I was trying to like screenshot, post. I'm doing a lot of things right now, but I wrote some things. I wrote some ideas for you. I love the idea of going forward in time rather than back in time. I think you mentioned like that'd be kind of cool concept as well. I like that. I don't know why, but I put down time travel traffic jam.
Yes,
like
that's nice.
That would be perfect.
Like how annoying that would be. Like, fuck, I gotta be in 1992. Like, come on, I was supposed to kill Hitler 10 minutes
Everyone's
ago.
wanting to join the internet at the same time. Want to be there for the big unveil.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do with a time travel traffic jam.
Oh, sorry, hold on.
No worries. She's traveling back in time right now.
Yeah.
This is so... I'll be on a commercial break
nice.
right
This
now.
is actually time travel traffic jam.
Yeah. I would love if she came back online with like a different shirt or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's what time travel does to you.
Have like a different haircut or different hairstyle.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Pink hair.
No, no worries. I was going to say
Welcome
that yes. After the break, I love the idea of technology and the tools that are trying. Oh, come on!
Oh, what?
I want to continue, and then she can just watch this back because I'm not.
Sorry, got disconnected for a bit.
What year are you in, Melody? Are you in
Sure.
2020 now?
No, it feels like I'm back in early 2000s with shitty connection.
Are you in a time where the internet connections are much better than what they used to be? I'll save my comments before you cut off. So I like the idea of the tools technology. Like I love the idea of like what a caveman selfie would look like. And then he says something that made me really fucking laugh to visualize like how vibrators weren't invented. I just pictured like a Victorian vibrator around with a steam engine or something. Like how uncomfortable would that be? I could only like I'm not a woman obviously, but that'd be something I would imagine not uncomfortable. Like that's what would a Victorian vibrator look like now in that age? But yeah, that's all I got. But very good stuff.
I just wrote that. How do you vibrate a zucchini or a candle? Got into something very practical.
Wax misshapen in there. Oh my gosh. It's perfectly fitted for you for sure.
That's
yeah.
Well, good stuff. No comments today. It's a little shy on the internet right now, which is totally fine. It's a Saturday. Good job, Melody. Glad that you didn't stay gone. Okay. What I have? Oh, because I was gonna put it to you already, but then I realized you're already there, because in the spotlight there. I didn't mean to offend her. God damn it! All right. Well, that didn't. She knows what I did. It was coincidence, pure coincidence. And now with the topic of, obviously, probably the hardest one of all of us, arithmetic.
Yeah.
Because it's funny because I signed someone math a couple of days ago, but math's not the same as arithmetic. I think it's different.
It's different.
Whenever you're ready, Ankita, let me know, and we'll put the timer on.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go now.
Okay.
So arithmetic is the study of numbers, as we all know, and it's probably the only thing that we learn in school that is useful later in our lives, apart from toilet training. If you're wondering what parents are for, I'm Indian. We get toilet training in schools only, okay? Because our parents teach us to shit on other people's properties. especially especially if the property belongs to the government, like train tracks. Now, don't judge our parents, okay? That's a useful lesson, especially when the governments are shitty. So, back to arithmetic. Turns out a 7th century Indian dude is considered the father of arithmetic. Keeping with the tradition of patriarchy, they don't mention the mom, but I'm sure he fell in love with a certain 36, 24, 36. I was also wondering if it's the same guy that attached numbers with alphabets like 36D. Now, how did he come up with the basics of arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division? Simple. He fell in love with a 36, 24, 36. So 1 plus 1 became 2. Then they broke up, subtraction. Now, this went on for a while till he knocked up a chick. They got married, and that girl delivered 11 babies in total, multiplication. Then, tired and exhausted, the girl eloped with a bullock cart driver and took 5 kids with her. The family got divided. Very simple. It all came from his own life. Now, brackets are important because whatever is inside them, you got to finish the task first. So, masturbation, always put it in a bracket, all right? Whatever world-changing task you're at, finish masturbating first because the results are never going to be right if you don't. That's how important it is. Now, addition and subtraction are of equal priority, just like falling in love and breaking up. So is division and multiplication. This is why family planning is important. Because if you keep making babies, they're going to fight over your property for small bite-sized pieces forever. That's all I got.
Oh,
It's not
wow.
good.
I'm surprised. Like, that was really good, and I'm also surprised how much shit I was able to write because of that. Because I thought of so many dad jokes, but so good. Okay, so good job first of all.
Thank you.
When you're talking about, okay, so I don't know how comfortable you are with doing not racist but racial stuff about your heritage, right?
Oh, I'm
Because
super cool.
okay, because when you said you're Indian and you went to school for toilet training, I feel like there's a joke
Yeah.
because apparently, from what I understand, a lot of more Asian cultures have more stricter parents on like education stuff like that. So I thought it'd be a really funny joke in terms of like how strict they are with your toilet training, like how good you had to be. You know what I mean? Like I can't think of an example, but like yeah, like I had to pee standing, like or something. You know what I mean? Like I had to, like, something impressive for like a kid to do toilet training wise. Like I had to like learn how to like pee standing or like wash my hands at pee. Like I don't know, something. I can't think of an example, but you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
something that
okay.
like strict parents would be like, that's not good enough. You have to do it this way, like blindfolded or whatever. I just think it's a really funny concept. You're talking about like the father of arithmetic. I put down, this is a bad pun, but like I can't remember, you said the name and I put like his cousin was algebra. I told you it's bad.
Yeah.
I put something about, because I think you said 30. You talk about like bra size, I think like 36, 24, like the waist,
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
waist size, our last figure. I feel like you kind of make a joke about how like the person who invented arithmetic just wanted a reason to like measure his dick size or something like that. Like he
Yeah,
wanted to
I
like
was actually gonna
wanted,
put that 5 inch or something.
yeah, like the reason why this all started is because somebody wanted to like show off his penis but didn't know how to impress people, so he invented arithmetic, and then it's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, like, is that a lot? Like yes, like oh wow.
Yeah.
I kind of wrote down sideways around the hate room, so I put down you said family got divided, and then I put down that's problem solving.
Yeah.
Oh, you might like. Yeah, this one I thought this one's a fucking math joke, but I put down talking about brackets, and I put down bed masturbation.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know bed mass. I don't know if that's like an anything or not, but like I remember bed math was like bracket, exponent, division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So it's an acronym. But then you said something about sex. I put down bed masturbations. I thought that would be clever. I don't know if I could be Asperger's. I don't know. And then you said you said addition and subtraction. And I put down and I was going to write down not to be confused with addiction and subtraction of losing somebody because of Yeah, like I said, good job, and I'm just surprised I wrote so much shit. But yeah, excellent. That was
Thank you.
you took a tough topic
I was
and you
very
nailed it.
unhappy. Yeah, I was like, nothing is funny. So bad.
You did a good job with it. So apparently Melody is not going to come back as a connection. Well, I mean, she could try, but it's fine if she doesn't. I totally understand. I'm not going to be
Yeah.
upset because she is in a car. She's a committed comedian, touring and performing online. Excuse me. So we'll just what we'll do is I want to do a bit quick little commercial break. By that I mean like advertise my show on Monday, and yeah, we'll go back to the material we want to work on. So here, everybody, here's a quick preview of what's coming up on this Monday.
This is The Workshop, and welcome to Turbo Comedy, where 8 comedians from the workshop compete to see who can write the best short set in a short time. We then vote to send our favorite comedian to the final round. Comedians will have to work quickly to put together comedy bits, as each comedian only has 1 hour to write about a randomly assigned topic. They then have to perform their 3-minute set for the group. Once everyone's performed, we'll all vote online for our favorite comic. At the end of the tournament, we'll crown a winner, and whoever has the most votes will win a whopping $20. Get ready, it's time for Turbo Comedy.
All right, so that's always a fun time. It's only like less than yeah, it is. Jester made that video and it's very talented, and it's only less than like a 45-minute show. Like it's a very fast and fun show. So anybody who's not doing anything on a Monday at 8 p.m. EST, give that a watch because I'm hosting and I am not. I'll probably be more awake and not less sunburned. Who knows? I might be peeling though. We'll see. So with that, yeah, no, you're too sweet. So I'm going to, I guess, start the second part. I had nothing really prepared. Like I wrote this, I didn't write anything in a while, but like I have a lot of material stored. So I'm kind of just going to refer to that. See, this is with 2 people. It's kind of like
Oh.
this is pretty much the spotlight now. It's just us. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll put my my timer on. Hang on. Blah, blah, blah. All right. So here we go. So this is older material. So someone called me the C word about a week ago. Now I know why. Now I know why women hate that word. Like I felt so violated, and she wasn't even Irish. You know, like speaking of which, she dropped the C bomb on me, and I know it's a taboo word, but I'm going to have to say it completely uncensored, so we can create a social dialogue about it. She called me cutie. No, she had no right. Like, what a cunt. And I don't like being called the C word just as much as I hate being called the N word. You know, a word that has hurt generations of my family, a word that has really brought so much shame to our bloodline. And that word is nice. Oh, I know, right? Like, what a moisty bitch. Like, I hate it when people call me a nice guy. And I'll tell you why if you don't mind. Because I was born into it. Like I'm a nice guy for the exact same reason that Bruce Wayne became Batman. You know, spoiler alert, because my rich parents were murdered in cold blood right in front of me by a complete asshole. No, I'm only kidding. My parents weren't rich. No, I'm joking. My parents weren't actually murdered. I just thought I was a better origin story. My folks are alive and well. They just stopped talking to me. That's all. But it's not even about being nice for me, as it's more just trying not to be a shitty person. You know, I try to abide by the number 1 golden rule, which is do not talk about Fight Club. But dated jokes about movies made in the 90s aside, I try to live by the golden rule, which is to treat others the exact same way that you like to be treated. Well, you know, unless you're into S&M, then maybe pick your battles and go easy on the leather. If you don't get that joke, that's okay. It just means you're still innocent, and that'll be your safe word. Now, as much as I don't want to be a nice guy, I don't want to be an asshole or a douchebag even more. Now, I know there may be some people asking themselves online. I'm sure there's only one of you, but I'm sure there's people watching that are asking themselves, but Scott, aren't assholes and douchebags the same thing? Close, but no, they're not. They are 2 separate degrees of shittiness. Like an asshole is a type of person who takes pride in being an asshole. Like they own that shittiness. They are the kind of person who will intentionally drive over a puddle in efforts to splash someone they see on the street, right? They brag about it and wear Letterman jackets, I'm sure. Someone here knows someone like that or is someone like that. And if you are, you owe me $20 for dry cleaning and may God have mercy on your soul. But a douchebag, on the other hand, is a type of person who is completely oblivious to the fact that they're an asshole. Like they have no idea how shitty they actually are. Like they are the kind of person that will take a call on speakerphone during a funeral while giving a eulogy in their Letterman jacket. Like if you still have some trouble separating the two, I've compiled a bit of a list of examples to aid you. For example, so an asshole will never leave a tip, but a douchebag will always leave a phone number. Okay, an asshole will, an asshole will smoke in front of your kid, but a douchebag will offer your kid a smoke. An asshole will send you an unwarranted dick pic, but a douchebag will send you an autographed dick pic. An asshole will talk behind your back, but a douchebag will listen to Nickelback. An asshole will illegally park in a handicapped stall, but a douchebag will name their child Chad. If anybody's watching here named Chad, I'm sorry, but there's no refunds in life and it's not your fault. Take it up with Mr. and Mrs. Chad. What a horrible name to give to a baby. Like Chad sounds like the noise that it would make if you punch Batman in the dick, you know, like bam, pow, Chad, which should make sense seeing how Chad sounds very close to chode. For those of you who don't know what chode is, it is essentially a penis that is wider than it is longer. Like chodes are like the hobbits of genital Middle Earth. Like I'm sure not all chads are horrible, just most of them. I'll just wrap it up with this. Like, but I don't want to be a nice guy either, because even nice guys have a hidden agenda. You know, like the only reason they're nice is because they get something out of it, whether it be good karma or good credit, right? Like take dating, for example. An asshole just wants to get into your pants and leave, right? But a douchebag assumes that you want to get into his pants and stay, okay? But don't praise the nice guy just yet, because a nice guy, believe it or not, also wants to get in your pants, but only if you don't mind, if you had nothing better to do that day, if it causes no inconvenience, if it's no burden, if you're well enough, if you're hydrated enough, if you're rested enough, if there's enough room, if it's not against your belief system, if your dog doesn't mind sharing the bed, if it doesn't ruin the friendship, and with your parents' blessing. So yeah, I'm good. That's my older set.
Well done.
Thank you. That's an old joke.
Yeah, that's super cool. I mean, I wrote a few things, but I could relate to a lot of things that you said, because somebody once told me, I think it came out as a very spontaneous response. Somebody probably told me that, oh, you look nice. And I was like, biscuits are nice. What's nice? Just do something better. Nice is so meh, you know?
I get it. I always joke around how, like, for once I want to be seen as a piece of meat rather than just personality. So I get it.
And then I also wrote, are assholes the ones who will be hoarding toilet papers? Because douchebags won't be wiping their assholes clean. So, and offer a smoke to a kid. You know, I once offered smoke to my friend's son, who was like 1.5-year-old, and I was smoking, and he was just circling around me, and I was like, "What? Just have one." And then, yeah, his father, of course, I mean, he stopped talking to me for like 6 months.
Well, yeah,
so I think I'm both, a bit of both. Yeah, that was cool. That was really funny.
Thank you. It's a hard joke to tell live, because first of all, you have to have like a certain cadence, like you have to have a likability, because like it comes off very angry. It's not meant to, but like it's just like, you know, some, because I have like a 15-minute piece on this whole, like it's just a little bit of a thing. But like, I kind of talk about like the tap out wearing Ed Hardy shirt people, and then it's a specific kind of person, and it comes off like angry, and people get offended by it. So it's a hard joke to sell, but it's definitely something I've always felt.
And if there's a Chad in the audience, if there are multiple Chads in the audience,
I don't know any good Chads. I feel like there's no I know like one good Chad out of 10. Like not all Chads are bad, just most of them.
Yeah, so it all starts from the naming itself.
Right.
You basically, destined a kid like, I name you Chad, your life is fucked.
You're gonna name somebody after a country, he's gonna be a douche. Like he's gonna feel entitled like right away.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Ankita.
I'm not great with a lot of feedbacks, but yeah, thanks for bringing the spotlight on me again.
Yeah, well, it is your turn, I believe.
Yeah, right.
I'm ready whenever you are.
Yeah, okay, I'll go now.
Okay.
So, because I'm Indian, a lot of people ask me if I'm a yoga teacher, and I say no. I said no, but I do know Kama Sutra. It's same. You just smell a lot less farts. I'm open to taking weekend sessions. Feel free to sign up. Now, I was telling a friend that I'm doing this Kama Sutra gag, and he said, wait, Kama Sutra has gags in it? So I said, no, dude. But if you're into BDSM, you should look up the Bible. Because the Bible has everything, right? It has whips, nails, chains, burly men wearing kinky metallic outfits, and they spend a whole fucking night tying up a ripped dude. Forced penetration, Bible is your BDSM gold mine. It even has a second coming. Now, I have been living in Vietnam for 4.5 years, and I haven't had a Vietnamese man. Can you imagine living in a foreign country for that long and never trying the local cuisine? But in my defense, okay, I am a full meal kind of person. Burritos, hot dogs are more my kind of meal. I love spring rolls, okay, but they are too small to fill me up. I'll probably need 4 or 5 at a time, which will be a logistical nightmare. So yeah. This is racist, sorry. My mom's trouble. She's friends with me on Facebook. I don't know how that goes with you all, but for me, it's really, if I have to describe my social media relationship with my mom in one word, it's restricted. Because what happens is, let's say I post pictures from a girls' night out, right? There are 5 girls in focus, and there's maybe one blurry, obscure guy somewhere far in the background in a corner. So she sees that picture and asks me, so the guy with you in the picture, is he married? I didn't ask mom because I don't know if it's okay to have that kind of personal conversation with a waiter who is not even serving your table. So this happened a few times, all right? And then, but one time she sounded rather pleased, and she told me that I'm so glad that you have given up on young blokes that you usually go after and found yourself a respectable older man. It was a framed photo of the great Ho Chi Minh in the backdrop. So I had to restrict her since. She also recently discovered that I'm trying comedy, and she immediately wrote me off. But that's hardly a surprise because she's written off all my past lovers. At least this time she gave me a reason. She told me, look, you don't have a husband that yells at you regularly, nor do you have kids that you yell at regularly. Your life is not fun. Now, we are 1.4 billion people, okay? We need to yell at each other in order to be heard. But it's not nice to have your mom yelled at in your ears that your life is not fun. This is exactly why I have a therapist. I mean, I have a really fun therapist, and he recommended frequent masturbation for my anger management, and it was going so well till the day the nurse walked in. So anyway, I was trying to tell my mom that, look, mom, I have Tinder, which is a fun app, and She said, matches are made in heaven. We don't need apps for that. I was like, yeah, mine is probably already in heaven waiting for me. But yeah, she just writes off stuff. But you know what? Seriously, my dating life sucks because I think I have a loser magnet that works both ways. So I attract losers and then I call them out. So it doesn't really end well for both parties. I'll give you a few examples, right? There was this guy that I met with, and this is the first text he sent me. Hey, if I come to your house, will you cook for me? Like my mom does. He's Indian, you can tell. I told him, dude, we matched on Tinder. I'll do more than what your mom does. Now, he came, he ate, or maybe I should say this the other way around. But he didn't stick around for long. And before leaving, he told me his mom's hand jobs are delivered with more panache. FML. FML. Yeah. Then there was this other guy that I was having a dinner date with at my place. I don't seem to learn from my past mistakes. Okay. I was cooking again. So he tried to be cheeky and send me this text, babe, I'll come sooner than you think. I was like, baby, every time we have had sex, that's what has happened. So what's new tonight? Well, he never came that night. That's what's new. My dessert remained untouched. I'm talking about the food I cooked, by the way. Okay, that's my set.
Oh, feels rude to clap by yourself, but I have to. I'm supportive. Yeah, that's delightful. So the yoga case, I feel like because I feel like it's such a like annoying thing. Like I can imagine, like, oh, you're doing, you're a yoga teacher. Like I feel like there's a chance opportunity to take a shot there, but I just don't know what to say. But the canvas teacher thing was really funny. I like that. I had a clever add-on tag to when you're talking about the Bible. How was a BDSM? I put down the Bible itself is made from leather bindings.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you want to go in that, like tell you about that. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I love that your local cuisine joke. That was really great. The social media relationship I put with my mom. I put that. So if I can describe my social media relationship with my mom in one word, it'd be muted.
Okay.
When she says like no, like I don't see how your life is fun. No husband, no kids. Like how is that not fun? Like that like I feel like you should kind of like give like what I have nothing like I feel like you should kind of like go into that a bit more. Like I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about that. Like and then kind of maybe compare your mom. Like you don't even have much fun right now. When you said anger management masturbation, I just like the idea of spiteful masturbation. Like people like when they fantasize people they want to like have sex with you, it's like people that you don't like or just mad like, oh fucking person cut me off in traffic. Like just it's just a weird it's a weird visual, but I think it's a funny concept. Spiteful masturbation. Not people you want to have sex with, the people you want to spite. I'm sure you probably got this idea, but I put down instead of arranged marriages, you have arranged booty calls.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's all I got. But yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Very funny.
Arranged booty calls is amazing.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty proud of the leather binding Bible one. That was my favorite one to get feedback. Yeah. This is gonna be a short one, like I said. There's only two of us. So I wanted to, I guess, well, you're already on the spotlight. What do you got to promote there, Ankita? You have anything going on social media? Anywhere people can follow you?
That's my Facebook link right there. Ankita.Ghosh comedy, no space in between. AGNC are capital. So feel free to follow my page for event updates and also these kind of online mics which I join. I post those videos there.
Awesome. And hopefully the next one you're on will have more than 2 people.
Sure.
More feedback the better, right? I'll promote my stuff as well. So thank you again. So we have the workshop every night at 10 p.m. EST. In theory, it's about 5 people. In practice, sometimes a surprise. But it's fun. but it's always fun. And we have an Instagram account at the Comedy Workshop Podcast. If you like what you're watching or listening to, please give that a follow because I need the traffic on that because I'm pot committed. I have a podcast I started because I accidentally paid for an annual subscription, which costs about $400. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I gotta make this good now. So also because I have a lot of content because the workshop's been around for a year. We have over 300 episodes, so I take episodes and I edit them to make them less what's the word looking for, more polished, now more polished and less airspacy. That's a word. Anyways, the Comedy Workshop podcast is available on all major podcasting platforms. Every Friday a new episode is released. The one we have available right now, it's very funny. I ask you to give it a listen. And the one we have next Friday is a special one. It's a Q&A with a very funny comedian and a professional, Matt Billen, who gives his tips and suggestions and helps other comics with some questions about the industry and whatnot. So definitely give that a listen. And you can find us on Facebook if you want to join the group. It's facebook.com/groups/the comedy. Sorry, facebook.com/groups/ I think it's the Comedy Workshop or the Comedy Workshop. I don't remember anymore. I do the worst promoting. And no, I think it's Comedy Workshop. Anyways, and we have the Facebook podcast page, which is easier to do. It's facebook.com/the Comedy Workshop. Yeah, that's it. There's no groups in that one. I probably should have got some research on this. Anyways, thank you for watching. The one person, as far as I know, but I mean, I'll take it. I got. Wait, hey, oh, it shows. Yeah, one person on Twitch. Thank you, one person on Twitch. It's Saturday. I get it. I know, but it was a fun time. Thank you so much, Ankita. It was lovely finally get to meet you, and looking forward to hearing your comedy progress and things get better and better for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody watching, and have a wonderful night.